Hey there, Mom Boss. Welcome to the Social Media for Mompreneurs podcast, where we dive into personal branding, how to build our businesses on social media, learn some really cool marketing hacks, all while balancing family life. And don't forget, we do it the fun and easy way. I'm Allison Scholes, once a corporate marketing coordinator, a teacher, and now photographer and podcaster. And yes, I'm that boss lady in sweatpants. Go ahead and hand out the kids' tablets, open those juice boxes, put on your comfy sweatpants, and hide in your closet. Let's get this party started. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Today is episode 68, and we are going to be talking about personal branding. And you might be thinking, Allison, you've already done an episode on personal branding. Well, let's go back a bit. I talked about personal branding on episode number 2. Yes, episode number 2. And fast forward to today, we are at episode 68. Let me tell you, a lot has changed in the last year. So what I'm doing today is I am going over the 5 elements to a rockin' personal brand. Because in the last year, I have really fine-tuned my personal brand, and I use these 5 elements to do just that. So I want to make sure that I share those elements with you. We're also celebrating the show's 1-year anniversary. So I thought, hey, why not do another personal branding episode along with the 1-year anniversary and hang out to the end of the show because I have a special offer to celebrate the 1-year anniversary. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's take a step back before I jump into the 5 elements to personal branding. Let's just go over what a personal brand is. And I think most of us have an understanding of what a personal brand is, but a personal brand is you and what you stand for. It's the experience you give your followers or your audience. Your brand is your overall reputation. It's how your audience feels after they've interacted with your content. Your personal brand is reflected everywhere you show up. So think about it. Everything you do, how you speak, how you act, how you write, and how you show up is your personal brand. The reason why we want to build a personal brand is because it makes you memorable. So let's dive into the 5 elements to personal branding. Go ahead and get a drink of choice, grab your coffee, grab your wine, grab the piece of paper and pencil, and jot these down. The very first element that goes into your personal brand is your story and your values. Being authentically you and believing in what you do defines who you are. So to help you with this, I want you to ask yourself these questions. What is your story? Dig deep into why you do what you do and how you want to help others. There's a reason why you started your business or why you started your side gig. Your personal brand is going to build off of that foundation. So dig deep into your story. Here's the second question. What are your top 3 personal values? Your core values are a reflection of how you take action, make decisions, and treat your customers. So your story and values are really the foundation of your personal brand. Number 2 is your ideal audience. You have to have an audience to build your brand, right? So who is your tribe? You need to know who you are targeting and the problems they face. So take some action here. I want you to describe the one ideal person you want to help or work with, and the more details, the better. Once you've identified your tribe or your person, you'll know exactly how to speak to them. Okay, number 3, brand message. Who do you want to help and how can you help them? This is basically your mission statement or your I help statement, and your brand is built around this. Your mission is not to help everyone. Trust me, it doesn't work. I've been there, done that. If you try to help everyone, I'm sure you've heard, you will actually attract no one. You were made to help a specific group of people. So it's time to niche down. So finish this sentence. This is like sort of your formula to your brand message. I help your ideal audience to the problem they have through the solution you deliver. So for example, I'm going to give you my brand message. I help mompreneurs grow their online presence using branded photos, creative copy, and content. You know exactly what I do, and you know my ideal audience, you know the problem they're having, and you know the solution I deliver. So I'm going to repeat the sentence again. I help your ideal audience to the problem they have through the solution you deliver. This is your brand message. Okay, moving on to number 4, brand voice. Your brand voice is how you convey your personality through your content. It communicates your value and makes you recognizable. Through your tone of voice, you shape the experience that your audience has with your brand. Your brand voice is all about how you communicate your brand message and how it makes your audience feel. So to craft or fine-tune your brand voice, it's a simple exercise. What you want to do is you want to list 3 personality traits that best describe you. So for example, my 3 personality traits are sassy, fun, creative, and I'll throw a 4th one in there, helpful. So anything that I'm doing, how I speak on the podcast, how I write my captions, how I show up on video for Facebook or on Instagram stories, I think of my personality traits. Am I fun? Am I creative? Am I being helpful? Or am I being a little sassy? This is how I present my brand voice through the content that I'm communicating. All right, number 5. And I think number 5, most entrepreneurs will start with this element. And actually, it should be the last element that you fine tune. And that's your visuals. Your visuals are the elements that give your brand a unique identity. But you can't start with visuals if you don't have that identity or that brand already crafted. Your visuals are your logo, your website, your fonts, colors, your product materials, your composition. These represent how your brand is perceived. Consistency and cohesiveness will resonate more effectively with your ideal audience. So those are your 5 elements to crafting an amazing personal brand. Number 1 is your story and your values. Number 2 is your ideal audience. Number 3 is your brand message. Number 4 is your brand voice. And finally, number 5 are your visuals. Now, if you're like me, I like to construct or work on my brand with something in front of me, like an easy workbook. And I have that for you. In the show notes, you can grab my free Rock Your Personal Brand workbook. And what it does, it'll help you through each of these elements and you'll be on your way to rock your personal brand. Just remember, you want to be yourself, be consistent, and just show up. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Remember in the beginning, I mentioned that I have a special offer. I love helping clients craft their personal brand and showcase that brand on Instagram. I coach clients one-on-one so they can consistently show up on Instagram with a strong brand and killer content. And for the next week through July 26th, I am offering my one-on-one coaching for just $50. During our one-on-one session, we will narrow down your Instagram objectives, fine-tune your bio, nail down your 3 brand pillars, and map out a posting strategy and plan 30 days of content. And here's the best part. This method can be rinsed and repeated every single month. I will teach you how. This package includes a 1-hour recorded Zoom call for future reference, clarity on your brand pillars, 30-day calendar with content ideas, categories, and photo topics aligned with your brand, an Instagram bio audit and revision, 12 stock photos, 12 caption templates. I will also give you links to useful resources. Book your call today and lock in the price of $50. You will have a killer brand and you will have an Instagram posting strategy. That way you can show up easily and consistently and attract the right people to you. Schedule now because this price is only good through Sunday, July 26th. And I can promise you I will never have it at that price again. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. But until next time, I will see you on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in today. If you loved today's episode, then please head over to iTunes, social media for mompreneurs, and leave a review. Your review helps grow the show. And don't forget, head to bossladyandsweatpants.com to grab all my freebies and hang out with me on Instagram at Allison Scholes. I'll see you soon.